Well, hello everybody. This morning I am over here at the Three Forks Trail, and if y'all remember, I hiked Three Forks here a while back. It came in on the trail from Highway 28, over there about 8 miles south of Highlands. Today I'm going to be hiking the Three Forks Trail here in Rabun County, that goes in off of Overflow Creek Rd, which, if you're not familiar, you come into Clayton and get on Warwoman Road and go all the way nearly to the very end of Warwoman Road and make a left there at the bridge that crosses Overflow Creek. And you come up Overflow Creek Road up here to this trail. Now this is the shorter trail into Three Forks. It's supposedly only around 3 miles total in and out, but I've never hiked it before. I'm going to hike it today and see what kind of views we can get there, the waterfalls and whatnot at Three Forks. Coming in from the other way was a much longer trail, and it was very tough getting down to the water, quite dangerous. So I'm going to do this one today and see how it is. I think this is probably the better option, but won't really know until I get there. But I'm going to start hiking down through here and see what this one's like. Now, if y'all remember from my other trip to Three Forks, coming in from the other side, that trail is much longer, and when I got down there to get down to the actual water, there was actually two trails down there at the end that went down. I went down one of them, and it was extremely steep, pretty much just a pig trail. And when I got down to the actual water down there wasn't any way to see anything unless you got in the water and waded. And I didn't want to do that. Because I'm trying to see what's up in this tree above me. Something up there knocking a lot of stuff off. But I don't see anything. A lot of stuff was falling off of it, but anyway, I got down there and got to the water, and there's no way to see anything unless you got in there and waded around. And I didn't want to do that because the water was flowing very heavily down there, and I didn't have anybody with me. I'm usually always hiking alone. I just didn't want to risk it. But the other trail that was there at the end that went down, there's no way I would attempt that. It was so steep, unless I had like some ropes or something with me to help get down there. It was just too steep and dangerous. But I'm hoping this way may be better. But supposedly down here at Three Forks, they call it Three Forks because there's three creeks that come in. Overflow Creek, Holcomb Creek, and Big Creek. All three of those come in and join right there at Three Forks to make one of the forks of the Chattooga River. So supposedly where those come in, there's three waterfalls at each one of those. I'm not sure when you get down here how easy it is to see all three of them. I've read some different comments on there that, you can see one of them fairly easy and then the other two are a little bit hard to get to. I guess we'll find out when we get down here. I'm just hoping I'll be able to see some form of waterfall when I get down here, and not like when I came in from the other direction when I got down there and there wasn't any way to really see anything without sort of getting in there swimming. Wasn't prepared for that, but supposedly coming in from this side, now judging by what I've read, you don't have to get in and do all that wading around and everything. But like I said, we'll find out when we get down here. I've never been here before. I'm just going by comments and photos that other people have posted. So we'll keep our fingers crossed. It's been a beautiful trail so far, though. Lots of rhododendrons and mountain laurel. Been really nice so far. And it's been a steady downhill pretty much ever since I started, so it'll be a steady uphill probably all the way back, and it's not been anything epic or anything, as far as elevation so far. Well, I just met a couple hiking out of here that said they camped in here this weekend. Hiked in and camped. And he was telling me how to go when I get down here. And trying to tell me the best way to go to be able to see some of the sights down here when I make it to the bottom. So I'm appreciative of that. He said to be looking for some blue ribbon that's tied down there and sort of follow that. But he said you can see some of it without really having to get in and swim. But he said to get to see all of it, he said you're gonna be in waist deep water. Trying to see everything that's down here, so hopefully we will be able to see something at least. He said some of the trails, once you make it down here to see some of the sights and so forth, he said they're pretty rough. He said you pretty much have to get down and crawl on your belly under laurels and whatnot. Pig trail. So we'll see when we get down here. He was telling me they come up here every year around this time of the year and camp. And he said the fishing down here is amazing. He said there's some amazing trout fishing down here. He said you can just stay in one spot and just catch fish left and right, trout. So that's pretty awesome. But anyway, I'm gonna make my way on down here and see what all we can see today. Well, we are getting real close. I can hear the sound of roaring waters off down below there. So we should be getting pretty close to Three Forks. And the water sounds like it's really rushing, so hopefully we'll be able to see some of that this go around. Pretty disheartening to hike into somewhere like this and get down there and not be able to see anything. But hopefully that won't be the case today. It really is beautiful in here, man. This trail, you can look around. It is a beautiful, beautiful area. Big old trees and all in here. Got something right here. I don't know what this is. Some red berries there. But, yeah, beautiful hike. Just a little over a mile in, about a mile and a tenth. Still just a steady decline. Of course, like I said, this will be probably steady uphill all the way back out of here. But nothing too bad, doesn't look like. Well, everybody, we have made it to Three Forks. Get right over here and look. There's a waterfall going right off down through there. Pretty awesome. Now the trail continues on up that way, so we're going to scope it out and see what it looks like here. But that right there is pretty awesome. This is right up past that waterfall. It's just absolutely beautiful in here. I'm looking back up the creek up through there. And this is Holcomb Creek, if I'm not mistaken. Look down through here and flows right on down and then goes over that ledge there, creating that waterfall that we just looked at a minute ago. But absolutely beautiful in here. Well, once you come on and cross the creek, after that waterfall we looked at, the trail pretty much turned into a rough pig trail. And I am seeing some blue ribbon that the guy said to follow around through here, but man, this is rough going. Pretty much crawling over and under these mountain laurels and rhododendrons. And it's definitely just a pig trail, no doubt. But I'm going to continue on through here. I hear water down there. It sounds like there's some humongous waterfall. But I'm going to continue on here for a ways and see what else I can see. Hopefully the trail doesn't get much worse than this. There's been a couple of places I've actually had to get down on my hands and knees coming around through here. So I'm going to continue on. Well, I've sort of made it to a safe space here along this big trail to stop and take a breather. I just came down through there, and I can tell you right now, the camera does not do it justice. That is steep all the way up through there. There was a couple of times I was actually sitting on my butt scooting. It was just so steep down through there. There's no way I would attempt this without trekking poles. I'm glad I got my trekking poles with me, because I tell you what, without them, you'd literally have to crawl down some of those sections up through there. It is steep getting off in here. But as you can see, through the trees, you can see some water off down there. It looks like a waterfall. So I just hope I'm gonna be able to make it down there too. And I hope this trail doesn't get much worse. It's sort of leveling out right here a little bit. As you can see, there is a rope right here tied off to sort of help. But this section of the trail is tough. The section coming down to that first waterfall, I mean, it's awesome. I mean, it's not bad at all. But once you cross the creek, luckily the water was down. I didn't get my feet too wet. I did get a little bit on inside one shoe, but just a drop. But once you cross that creek and start up on this trail, it's a totally different animal, and it is tough. So keep that in mind. I don't know what's going to lie ahead through here, and I'm really dreading having to climb back up out of here. Because it's going to be rough going. But hopefully we can get down there and get a good view of that. See if I can zoom in on that a little. But you can see through there, there's a waterfall. If I can just make it to it. But I'm going to continue on here. Try to make it without getting injured or anything else. Well, there's where the trail spit me out. Now I'm down here on the side of the creek. I've got to figure out which way to go. There's a trail going that way, a trail going that way, and the trail's going that way. So guess I'm going to be doing a little bit of exploring down here, trying to see the best way to go. I'm going to take this first trail this way and see where I get spit out at. Looks like there's been people going this way, so I guess I'll go this way too. Wish me luck. Got a butterfly right there. Well, I've walked up here to a beautiful campsite. This would be an awesome campsite in here because the water is just right there. You can sort of see that waterfall I'm trying to get to over there. But this would be an awesome campsite. Probably where those people I talked to on the way out camped at last night. This would be a really great place. Well, I just stepped out here. I'm pretty sure this is Overflow Creek here flowing in. You can see a lot of logs piled up here and all. There's some waterfalls right up there. I'm going to be able to get up there too in a minute, but you can see this is just an absolutely beautiful area. I mean, just absolutely amazing. Look over there at those rock cliffs. Amazing in here. Well, made it over here to another waterfall. This is Overflow Creek where it comes in. It's quite an adventure to get over here to see it. Didn't know where all these rocks and everything, but as you can tell, there's a good swimming hole down there below it. If you can make your way around there, which I'm sure if you're real careful and climb over all this, you can. Just an absolutely beautiful area in here, with the water coming in from 3 different directions. I'm going to explore around here a little bit more, see if I can get some more footage. Now I've got another vantage point out here. You can see over there, there's another camping area, looks like. Nice sandy beach over here. And that's looking at that same rock cliff I videoed earlier. I'm gonna see if I can explore a little bit more around here and see what all I can see. You can tell it's just absolutely beautiful down here. It's just getting down here. But it's amazing. Okay, now this is the waterfall where Big Creek rolls in. So we saw Overflow Creek earlier. This is Big Creek coming in here. It's a beautiful waterfall. And up through here to my left, that is Overflow Creek rolling in. I'm trying to work my way over there to see what kind of, if any, waterfalls are over there. Again, this is Big Creek waterfall. Now here is Overflow Creek running in here. And it makes the third fork of 3 forks. Just look down there to your left. This Big Creek coming in. If you go right, you go right around there just a couple 100 feet. You have Overflow Creek coming in. And then this up through here is Overflow Creek rolling in. And there is a waterfall up there. Small one, as you can see. Came up through here a little ways on these rocks until I ran out of a footpath without getting in there and wading around. And I'm not going to do that since I got this long climb ahead of me trying to get out of here. But like I said, this is Overflow Creek here rolling in. Beautiful, beautiful area here. If you get a chance, are feeling adventurous, I recommend working your way down here to take it all in. Get in here early one morning and just spend the day down here, or do like some of those people I talked to earlier did, come down here and camp. This would be an amazing place to camp, and right here amongst all these waterfalls here, sleeping at night, I mean, that would be just amazing. Well, I've done about all the exploring down here at 3 Forks I can do. So I'm going to start my epic climb back out of here. That blue ribbon right there on that little pine tree signifies the trail that goes straight up the mountain there. And I'm sure this is going to be real fun, because it was real fun getting down here. Pretty much just sliding on my butt. I mean, that is steep up through there. But I'm gonna try to make it out of here and back to that first waterfall we saw earlier in the video. If I can make it back to there, I'm gonna take a break and eat a little bit of a snack. So I'm gonna start my fun adventure back up the mountain here, climbing out of here. Y'all wish me luck. All right, I made it back to the very first waterfall that we came to before the trail turned into the pig trail. So I'm back to the nice section of trail now. As you can see right over there is that chute falls that we came to, or the flume falls, I guess we'll call it, that goes down. That's the very first waterfall we saw in this video. But now all trails, I followed the all trails route to Three Forks down here, and all trails says this is the end of the trail, that this is Three Forks, and it's not. This is on Holcomb Creek. So in order to get to the actual Three Forks and see the you know, where the three different creeks come in to form that fork of the Chattooga River and see the three waterfalls, you have to continue and just come right on across through here. You can get your feet wet because it's a little bit over your shoes through there. And get over here to this sandbar, and you'll see this trail, or you can call it that goes right up the bank there and continues on down. And now this section of the trail from here on is very, very, very tough. Like I said, it's just a pig trail, and when you get on over there and it starts down the side of that bluff to get to actual Three Forks, you're going to be doing butt sliding and crawling on your hands and knees and everything else, because it's just so steep and it's slippery with all the roots and stuff. So just keep that in mind. All trails is going to tell you that this is Three Forks here. It is not. You have to continue on and go down the pig trail to see the actual confluence of the three creeks down there that makes Three Forks. But this here is a beautiful area where all trail says is the end of the trail. But like I said, this is not Three Forks, but it is beautiful up here. You know, if you didn't feel like doing that strenuous trail on down to where the three waterfalls are at, this would be a great place to come hang out, spend the day. Bring your kids down here, play in the water, you know, sit around here on the rocks and just have a wonderful time, because the trail from here on out is fairly easy. It's going to be a steady incline all the way back out of here, but it's a good wide trail, and the incline's not going to be, you know, very, very strenuous. It's just a steady incline going back. So anyway, I think I'm going to take a break here, have a snack, and spend a little time here, and then I'm going to start heading on out. Well, I made my way across all that. I didn't fare so luckily though this time. When I went through there earlier, I barely got my left foot just a little damp, but wasn't so lucky this time. I got both feet pretty good and wet coming across through there, so I'm gonna have soggy feet for the hike out of here. But I'm had some water and some snacks and all while I was sitting down there, and I'm gonna start this climb back out of here. At least it's not a pig trail now. Once we get over this little section here, it turns into a pretty good trail for the rest of the way. Like I said, it will have a steady incline all the way out of here, but shouldn't be anything too bad, although it's not going to be real fun with soaking wet feet. But it is what it is. That's just part of the adventure, right? So, see if I can work my way out of here. Well, I'm just making my way back up the trail here to the parking area. And But this is a beautiful trail. I mean, if you look around, it's just beautiful in here. But quiet. It's quiet in here. You can't hear anything now, especially since we've gotten away from water, rushing water down there. It's just quiet. Lots of birds. And I was just noticing the amount of acorns that there appears to be this year. Excuse me. Acorns. It just seems like there's a really heavy crop this year, and they're very, very big. And I know at the house, you get out there walking around, it's like walking on marbles. About fall down on them. But I know growing up here in northeast Georgia, in the southern Appalachians, you know, a lot of these older people, they predict the weather by stuff like that, how, you know, how bad the winter is going to be. And they say, you know, if we have a real heavy crop of acorns and they're really big, you know, it's going to be a very cold winter, a rough winter. And I know some of the long range winter forecasts came out this week, and they're forecasting it to be one of the coldest and snowiest winters we've had in years. So I don't know if this big acorn crop is tied in with that or not. I guess we'll just have to wait and see. Y'all can let me know in the comments what y'all think. And if y'all know any of these old mountain folklore about winters and all, y'all are welcome to share that too. Some of that stuff's pretty interesting. Now, one thing I was noticing coming back out of here, if you were doing this trail in the wintertime when the leaves were off, you would have some pretty epic ridgeline views over through there. See those mountains all back off over there? That's looking northbound toward Highlands, North Carolina. Because where we're at, we're not far from Highlands. But yeah, in the wintertime, looks like you'd have some really, really good views through here when the leaves are all off. So I thought that was pretty cool. Yep, really good views through there. Might have to check it back out in the wintertime. Although I don't really want to be doing any wading down there in the wintertime. Make for a cold trip. Well, as you can see, I made it back to Overflow Creek Rd and the parking area. That was a wonderful hike, quite the adventure. It's a pretty good hike. I mean, once you get down there, or getting down there to that first waterfalls, that Flume Falls, I guess we'll call that one. I mean, that's an easy hike down there. But if you decide to go on down to the actual Three Forks to see the convergence of those three waterways and see that all the waterfalls and everything that goes along with that. Now that's quite the adventure down there. It's a pig trail and steep and like I said, you're going to be sliding on your butt and crawling on your belly and everything else getting down there and back out. But man, is it beautiful down there, and well worth it. So if you're able and can get in this area and experience it, I think you should. I recommend it. Like I said, it'd be a wonderful place to leave out early in the morning and get down there and just spend the day with the family. Now this Three Forks Trail, actually you can come right on across the road here, and it continues on. And it goes all the way through and comes out over on Hale Ridge Road. So if you want to take an even longer trail, you can do that. Not sure how many miles total that is from Hale Ridge Road to here, but that adds a good little bit to it. But anyway, I'm going to get all this gear off and get in the car, and I'm going to head home and find me a bite to eat. I really appreciate y'all coming along with me on this adventure today. I hope y'all all had a wonderful day, and I will see you next time.